Hi and welcome to the video. I'm Dame and this is Dame Over, the channel where I try not to get game over. So in Battlefield 1 we're looking at the June update and a fair few things have been added along with the usual tweaks, most importantly the way kill trades work. For full patch notes go to the link I've put in the description. Along with the new map, DICE have granted us the ability to play front lines on Amiens and Argonne Forest and have also added a new feature called Best Squad. It's very simple. Your squad gets rated for points for most heals, most supplies, best assault score, stuff like that. And at the end of the game, there's a screen to show each of the players in your squad to the rest of the lobby, which luckily guarantees that everyone left in the game can see that it genuinely was your squad carrying the entire team. And now on to the more important stuff. The new map, Nivelle Nights. This is the first map to come out for Battlefield 1 and I think visually DICE have done a really good job. I was quite worried it would be too dark overall, but they've made the great addition of this really bright moon to give the whole thing a blue hue over the entire map, which makes it a bit easier to see your opponent, but it still maintains that kind of atmospheric edge you get when you're in the trenches. There's also a whole bunch of lights scattered around, especially in the trenches themselves, which I guess is DICE's answer to not having exterior and interior playing areas. Unfortunately, this map is only available if you have a premium pass or if you've purchased the They Shall Not Pass DLC. So the best way to enjoy it if you haven't got either of those things is to partner up with a friend who has premium. Hopefully though, it will soon roll out to everyone that just owns the vanilla version of the game. So how do you play on Nivelle Nights? In the little experience I have of it so far, here's what I picked up. If you like to play aggressively, flanking on this map is an absolute dream. There's almost an infinite number of entry and exit points from the trenches, so jumping over the top and dropping in behind the enemy is a really great way to catch them by surprise. And if you've teamed up with a scout running the spotting flare, this combination can be really deadly. If, however, you like to sit back from the front line a bit, keeping your eyes peeled for anyone running across no man's land is a surefire way to pick up some easy kills. But be wary of those snipers and medics looking to do exactly the same thing. The footage you're seeing here is a bunch of highlights from a game of Conquest, so you get a kind of broad overview of the different environments within the map, but you should know, and if you saw my video yesterday, that this map in particular changes a lot depending on the game type. Trench warfare is definitely a thing in games like Rush and Front Lines. Jumping in and out of the trenches to get a vantage point or to gain ground running over no man's land is a really exciting addition to the game and is realised more in this map than I feel in any of the other previously released ones. What's really exciting when playing Nivelle Nights is the tight corners and limited sightlines when you're in the trench systems. There's always a risk of someone dropping in from above or getting a grenade lobbed on your head, so you're encouraged to keep moving. Weapons that I found were particularly popular because of this were shotguns. Various ones were being used, but the fast-firing archetype like the Shergren and the M97 Sweeper were really popular. And for medics, the 8.25 auto-loading extended seemed to dominate in gunfights quite a lot. Now, for me, the devil is in the detail in new DLC. I like to see developers going that extra mile to really immerse you in the experience, and there were a couple of moments in particular that exceeded my expectations. And that was with some really lovely additions to the audio. So here you can see I reach a trench line, and listen carefully. Yep, that's right, rats. Lots of rats. Unfortunately, I didn't get a view of them, but I've been told you can see them scurrying away. It's a really nice, realistic addition to the battleground. It's also something to listen out for in case someone is sneaking up on you. Another great addition to the audio was this very musical sound.
We have taken objective Edward.
And that is the expended shells from the artillery battery making some lovely tinkling noises as you run through them. Again, it's another thing to be aware of if the enemy are pushing you and you're in the trench without a line of sight on them. So my final thoughts are that Nivelle Nights is a very exciting and welcome addition to the game and has made the opportunity for lots of new ways to play. Basically, I think it looks great and it really encourages you to balance your squad to deal with the different environments. So if you guys have had a good time, please do hit that like button as it really helps the channel out, and if you're new around here, hit the subscribe button too. Until next time, that's Dame Over. Peace.
Thank you.